This is why men don't want women to be on the T app. Like, like these are the men that don't want women to be on the T app. I want y'all to listen to this story, and then I want you to understand. This is for the men. I want you to listen to this woman's story. Then I want you to understand that you don't have to be like violent. You don't have to necessarily be extremely manipulative. Um, like you don't have to be like that to be a walking red flag. Like that's what I want men to understand. It's so many variations of toxic behavior and so many combinations of toxic behavior. The combinations are infinite. and men use many combinations. But this is a perfect example of love bombing, and this is a perfect example of why men hate when women talk to each other about the behaviors of men. I already know. I know a bunch of men. They don't want this woman to go on the T app and put him down as a red flag if he ain't already on there with a bunch of red flags. But she would be well within her right to do so. And it wasn't. And again, like I said, it ain't even like he laid hands on her or she found out he was cheating or like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, because that's like the only thing that men want to be like. And even then, y'all only halfway take responsibility for that as a group. But it's like men just want to be like, if the man isn't like egregiously terrible, then because that's how shitty men are. That's how bad we are. We defend the men that are like just terrible. But the men that are egregiously terrible, okay, that's a bridge too far. You lay hands on a woman, okay, he shouldn't lay hands on her. He cheats on her. Okay, I mean, he can still be in love with her, but he shouldn't have cheated on her. You know what I mean? But if a man fucking love bombs the shit out of a woman, which I'm saying this early on, which most men do love bomb early on, but y'all will act like it's no big deal. You would downplay it and, oh, I don't understand why the T app is necessary.
You tell them.
You can start and I'll finish.
So, guys, you want to tell them or you want me to tell them?
You can start and I'll finish.
Okay, well, I'll go off the discussion we just had, and we were speaking about how we basically just met a few days ago, but we are convinced, and we're getting married. We decided that we are what is best for each other.
Yes.
We already know people gonna have their opinions and say whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All shall be proven wrong. All naysayers shall be proven wrong. Chemistry is chemistry, and we've made a decision. I'm with it. How you feeling?
I'm with it.
I'm with it. Mm-hmm. Not too much for the people.
Thanks.
Yeah, but we just wanted to introduce ourselves. You can call me JM Jaquan. This is
Jane K.
Tell them your name, baby.
I'm Kayla, Mrs. Grinnell. Don't play with it, don't play with it. Big Grinnell, not the little one, you feel me? Like,
never the little one.
Never the little one.
Just an introduction. Nice meeting you guys. Bye.
So, that's a love story, right? It's amore. Feels good, okay? There were some red flags in there, you know what I'm saying? It was a little odd. They just met 2 days ago, and he's like, yeah, we're going to get married and all that stuff. He was joking. I get it. But still, though, just that's a lot. That's coming on strong, right? But then she put right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but let's blow it up. So in the text, it says, fear men. Oh man, that was the foreshadowing is crazy. She said fear men, right? And this is why she said fear men.
Fuck it, I'm blocked, so I guess I'm gonna give you the story time since the nigga wanna block me. I'm gonna try and keep it short, not too many details, because I want to move on with my life as fast as possible. I poured 2 cut waters in this, like on some refill. Can I get a refill? So respectfully, we're not gonna talk about this after today, okay? So, met this nigga, whatever. We was talking for a week, texting for a week. He like, oh, let's have a date on Thursday. What you want to do? I give him 3 things. He picks the one. He talking about, all right, let's go. We were supposed to go for a paint sip in the city Thursday. Tuesday come. You know, when we was planning, he was like, I'm free Tuesday or Thursday, but Thursday would probably work better for that date. Cool. So Tuesday come, he like, you know, I said I was still free Tuesday, like we could still link if you want to do like a little pre-date. I'm like, cool, I'm down for like a pre-date link, because at the end of the day, I want to get to know this nigga. Mind you, when we were texting for that week, we were texting, the conversation got to like what we like, what we don't like in that topic, and when he heard all the things I liked, he responded and said, I love you. So what did I say? I love you too. So when Tuesday came around, I wanted to see this man. I love you. You love me. Like, I wanted to see you. So he pulled up. Mind you, I felt safe doing this because this man said allegedly he was a school teacher. So I'm like, no school teacher is gonna assault me? Question mark. But anyways, child. So he pulled up, got in the whip, very cutesy vibe. Go to this little spot, roll up, chill, talking, cutesy. Like, everything is so cutesy. You feel me? So cutesy. And that's when we recorded the video. We took mad pictures together. We spent hours talking about our future, our goals, what we want, what we don't want, what we want our family to look like, what we want our future to look like, what our wedding to look like. And then I asked him, like, in person, I was like, do you still love me? Like, now that you see me in person? He said, yes. If we don't go the distance, I'm not dating anyone after this. It's just you. We are exclusive. This is it. I want this. I said, okay. That's the day we're supposed to have our date. We talking about our date in the AM, you know. Oh my God, can't wait to see you later. Blah, blah, blah. That type shit. 6 p.m. comes. He like, oh, we got to cancel the date. My mom needed some money and I had to send it to her. And I don't feel like Ubering what I sent back to her to make up for the date. Just like that, y'all. Just like that. Because he's a school teacher, right? So real world slapped me in the face as an adult. They don't pay the school teachers over the summer. So this nigga was doing Uber or whatever over the summer. And mind you, the school season starts in like a week or two. So in my head, I'm like, can I hold out for a week or two for this nigga to get some money? Because technically, this nigga's dating with no job. Technically, he got no job. Even though Uber's a job, technically, that's not a job. You're not getting a weekly check. So he deadass said through text, I don't feel like Uber. I deleted the thread like right after this, so that's why I don't have a screenshot. But he literally said, I had to send my mom some money. She needs some help, and I do not feel like Ubering tonight to make that back. So we gotta cancel this date. I said, okay. Then he's like, oh, but if you still want to come over, have some wine, we can have a wine night.
Okay, if you ask me, the way that this is playing out, right? Let me tell you the play on it from his perspective. This is what I think it was. He was just at this point he's trying to fuck, but I think he had 2 thoughts, right? His first thought was he would tell her like, oh, I don't have the money right now, blah, 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 blah. And then she would be like, oh, no worries, babe. We're a unit. I'll pay. That's what I honestly think his initial thought was. Then after he saw that she wasn't receptive or responsive to that, he did his second play, which was like, oh, just come over and let's Netflix and chill. Let's, because he just wanted to fuck. So that's what I think his 2 plays were. He had, it was like A, B. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't go the way that he thought it would go.
Some wine in my crib. I said, no. it's okay, we can just reschedule. That's fine, babe. We could just reschedule. He's like, okay, cool. Later that night, it's crickets from him. So in my goofy, silly, dumb lover girl, silly, dumb head, I'm thinking it's crickets because even though he said he was not going to Uber to make that money back, I thought he was. I thought he was just, let me make that money back so at least I could take her out tomorrow, some shit. I said, hey, babe, what you doing? What you up to? Oh, I'm at home chilling, smoking with my friends. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you're poor, but you're socializing. Mind you, this man is 32 years old. I'm 24. I just turned.
Boom. So this man is talking to this young lady, if you will. Young lady, we use those terms loose. This is why men love young ladies, young women, because she don't know no better. This hasn't happened to her. Now it's happened to her, but this hasn't happened to her yet. Being love bombed like this, she hasn't experienced this yet. Not like this. Not like this. And that's what happened right here. And he was preying on her on that. He was preying on her for sure. That's why older men, when they be talking about the baggage, and I don't want to mess with no woman that's just waiting for me to fuck up and always checking up. Oh, because if you was dating a 30-year-old woman, she'd have been like, you want to get married after the second day? Boy, bye. We're gonna be together forever. We just started talking. Boy, bye. Absolutely not. Blocked. A 30-year-old woman would have blocked this man. A 23-year-old woman, she don't know no better. She don't know. And that's why y'all like him.
24. So in my head, I be looking like older niggas like, you should have it together. Like, I shouldn't be looking at you like, well, why are you making that choice? You know what I mean? So I didn't like the fact that you just told me that your mom, you had to send your mom some money and you don't feel like making that shit back to go out on a date. You feel me? Because that just means you either didn't want to go on the date for real, or you didn't care to chase the bag for real, or both. And that's not a good attribute as a man, because realistically, the date was an arcade. How much was you really about to spend at the arcade? You don't got 40, 50, 60, 70, $80. Anyway, I wasn't going to judge him because at the end of the day, I know he lived by himself. The first is coming up. He has to pay his rent.
He also had money for weed.
So in my head, I'm like, maybe I just need to wait for him to just the school season to start. Maybe I just need to wait. Dumb. Basically, y'all, the story wraps up very quickly after this because today is Saturday. This happened Thursday, Friday night, right? Now it's Saturday. Friday happened. He didn't make no plans. It was just like, hey, what you doing, whatever. Very dry. Today comes and I'm sick. I'm like, I don't want to suppress this feeling I'm feeling when it's negative feeling. So I asked this nigga, I'm like, I'm about to just put in the screenshot because I got a screenshot of this because I said I deleted the thread. I'm about to just put it right now. Basically, all this.
I want y'all to be able to read it. I know we have a hard time reading it when I'm in that thing. So I'm gonna do that. There we go. Okay. Y'all can read along.
Was it? This was it. This was when it says yesterday. That was Friday night, and I texted him at 11 p.m. Are you busy right now? He's like, kinda, yeah. I said, bitch, fuck you, suck my dick, because how you not gonna text me all day? And you know what I mean? Girls get it, because what the fuck do you mean, kinda, yeah? You're supposed to ask me, are you okay? What happened? Like, what? You know what I mean? He didn't even ask me or inquire, so I'm like, okay. So I was at work, and this shit was on my mind. So I'm like, bro, what kind of partner would you say you are? Because that's kind of crazy that you love bomb me. You said you love me. You're going to work so hard for me. I'm the type of woman a man works hard for. We're going to have a great, wealthy family. And you can't even text me good morning or good night. So I'm like, what kind of partner would you say you are? He says, I really don't know, but I think I'm pretty cool. I think I'm pretty cool in general. I say, do you think that translate? Like, do you think the coolness translate? Because to me, you're not a cool ass nigga if you don't have money to go to the arcade. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway. Anyway, mind you, our first conversation, I asked him what he wanted, what he was looking for. He said, I want a relationship. I want a girlfriend. Cool. I don't think about if it does. Okay, so you don't think about how you come off. Cool. Guess it's sign, y'all. Guess it's sign. So obviously, you see what I said? I guess it's confusing to me that you said you want to date, but you can't even tell me what type of partner you are. Like, I really feel like this is a waste of time when you're playing. Okay, let's call it off. Sounds good. Some people might say I was being way too aggressive in this message.
Not at all.
But it was on my mind. I'm very direct. I don't like small talk. I don't like beating around the bush, especially if we didn't have any like small talk before this. So why would I cause small talk? You know what I mean? Let's just get straight to the point. And that's what happened. And then he blocked me right after. And yeah, I did call him *67 multiple times, and he dubbed the call multiple times, guys. So I can't even curse him out. Also, honorable mention, when we were together in that car, in that video, I brought my weed. I brought a quarter with me, and he had like a whole ounce with him. And I left my quarter in his car because I thought I was going to see him the very next day for our date. But the date never happened. I lost something. I asked him, oh, can you check your car? Tell me if I left my keys in your car. He said, no, your keys aren't here, babe. Why didn't you say your weed is here too? Like, that's what's also bothering me because, nigga, you know my weed is in your car. I left that shit with you. And you just kept it. And you already had more weed than me. So it's like you didn't even want to give me the little quarter I had when you had a whole ounce. Like, why did you want to keep my shit? I don't know. It's giving, you're a dummy, bitch. And that wasn't towards him. That was towards me. Because why don't fall for love bombing propaganda, guys. Like, I thought, oh my God, I'm a lover girl. I met my lover boy. No, it's always too good to be true.
And here's the thing, men, the thing that annoys me about men when we have these conversations is she moving forward, if she becomes cynical or more cynical, it's our fault. Like this is like cynicism, after shit like this is understandable. It's a protection mechanism. Cynicism, it can be a negative thing, right? In a lot of cases, even most cases, if you want to say that. But it also is a protection. It's a reaction a lot of times. It's a response. She is just responding to the behaviors of men, right? This is one bad experience. Now, you can say, oh, if you're the man, because there's a lot of men, oh, that's just him. That's just one man. Okay, cool. But what about if it's the next man? And what about if it's the next 3 men she deals with? Is it okay for her to now be like, men are diabolical. And mind you, I want to make sure that I'm talking to the same group of people, men, who will blame a girl for him being a dog ass nigga, blaming a girl, some shit that happened to him when he was in the 3rd grade or the 9th grade or the 12th grade, a girl, some shit a girl did to him. He'll blame her. He'll say, see, we get our hearts broken, and that's why we become the dogs that we are, and da-da-da-da-da. But now all of a sudden, if a woman gets gaslit and gets love bombed by a man, gets her weed stolen from her and all of that stuff, then and moving forward, if she, starts to not trust men, then it's like, oh, you want to wipe that shit on me. Like Carlos said, like that one comedian Carlos said, y'all want to wipe that ain't nigga shit, niggas ain't shit. From the men that you dealt with, you want to wipe that on me? No. She has learned in her experiences that most men ain't shit. Now she's cynical, and rightfully so. And y'all ruin. This is a 23-year-old woman. You ruin them. And then when they become 30, 31, 32, and they don't want to deal with y'all go, see, that's why I love 19-year-old girls. That's why I love 21-year-old. Y'all 30-year-old women, y'all 40-year-old women, y'all bitter. Who made them bitter? Who made them bitter? Oh, y'all 30-year-old women, y'all always putting on me what some other man did, but some other man did it though, right? It's always, it ain't every man, but it's always a man. Some other man did it. Okay, it wasn't you, but it was a man. Okay, it wasn't you, but it was a man. Again, okay, it wasn't you, but it was 5 men. Bro, what the fuck? At some point in time, I'm a plumb dumb fool if I don't put 2 and 2 together. If Johnny had 5 motherfucking apples at this point, they just doing the math. They're just doing the math. And y'all can't stand when these women get on these apps, get on the T app, put your face up there and say this man is a whole walking, talking red flag. He, after all of that, at the end, he stole my quarter ounce. A 23-year-old girl, he stole my quarter ounce, and he had a whole ounce because he a brokey. She wasn't expecting the world. She was expecting to go to an arcade. Like she said, a 32-year-old man, he can't afford to take a 23-year-old to the arcade. Like, she didn't say, I expect him to take me to Nice. I expect him to take me to France. I expected to go to an arcade because that's where the date was planned to go to. Like, y'all can never convince me that women be lying on us. You can't. You cannot convince me of that. The anecdotal experiences of women, though they may be anecdotal, they add up. They actually coincide with the numbers. With men, with the numbers that show that men are the most destructive force in a relationship. That's why I can accept this stuff. The shit y'all be trying to sell me on women about, though, 0 fucking sense. They want you for your money. This woman is giving a bum ass nigga a chance. This 23-year-old, 24-year-old woman gave a 32-year-old bum ass nigga a chance, multiple chances. And he failed miserably. And I'm happy she clocked it. I'm happy because a lot of women end up pregnant from these types of men. Like they end up in horrendous situations. So shout out to her. She ain't a dummy. She just was inexperienced, but she clocked it. She put everything together and she saved herself. She dodged the bullet for sure.